And we are back. Welcome to my prediction for tonight's Europa League final taking place in the Aviva Stadium in Dublin, Ireland between Atalanta and Bayer Leverkusen. The first of three prediction videos for the upcoming three European finals over the next 2 weeks. This time next week, we will be sitting here discussing the Europa Conference League final. And then, of course, we've got the massive Champions League final prediction video coming up for you next weekend. But before we get into today's prediction, if you haven't done so already, please do consider dropping a like on this video if you do enjoy all of my prediction series. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here as well. Like I said, plenty more predictions coming up for you over the next couple of weeks. Not only have we got the European finals, we've got my predictions for the FA Cup final and the Championship playoff final. And of course, going into the summer, we will have all of the Euros and the Copa America covered as well. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Atalanta against Bayer Leverkusen, where all anyone seems to be talking about is Bayer Leverkusen's undefeated streak, which, granted, warrants a lot of talking about. The first side in Bundesliga history to do an entire Bundesliga season undefeated. They are 2 games away from being the first professional football side in history to do an entire season in all competitions completely undefeated. That said, Atalanta are also having a phenomenal season, which, as I keep saying, no one seems to be talking about. All the talk going into this is Bayer Leverkusen are going to go the entire season undefeated. Bayer Leverkusen are going to go the entire season undefeated. Atalanta, as things stand right now, are 5th in Serie A with a game in hand, which if they win, will put them up to 3rd, with then going into the final game of the season. Both of Atalanta's remaining games in Serie A are home games. Win them both, they are in the Champions League for next season. Obviously, Bayer Leverkusen already in the Champions League for next season, winning the Bundesliga. But like I'm saying, Atalanta have got to this final on their own merit. They are probably, if not definitely, qualifying for the Champions League in Serie A this season, due to how well they've done in Serie A this season. They've also gone and hammered Liverpool at Anfield this season. This is not an easy game for Bayer Leverkusen by any stretch of the imagination. And again, people are going to be sitting there going, well, Bayer Leverkusen easily dealt with Roma in the semi-final. They're obviously going to beat another Italian side in the final. Firstly, it was a good win for them away in Rome, and then a last-minute equaliser, one of many last-minute equalisers in the home leg against Roma to salvage their unbeaten season, where, to be honest, Roma were pummelling that Bayer Leverkusen door to get the equaliser to send the game into extra time. So don't go into that in thinking, well, they beat Roma, they're going to beat Atalanta. Do you know who also beat Roma in the last 2 weeks? Atalanta. So you're going to go by gauging on how these two sides have performed recently. Arguably, Atalanta did better against Roma than what Bayer Leverkusen did. So, again, I really, really think this is going to be a tough game. And I'm going to do a little bit of fantasy predictions for a moment here, because this is genuinely how I can see this game sort of going. I see Atalanta being a little bit slow to begin with, and I can see Bayer Leverkusen getting themselves an early goal. I then think once Atalanta fully get into gear, they end up going 2-1 ahead, and everyone then starts questioning, are Bayer Leverkusen going to pull it off? Are they going to pull it off? And with everything that's happened with Bayer Leverkusen so far this season, I then think they will get it back to 2-2. So my actual prediction for this match is a 2-2 draw. I genuinely think this one's going the distance. Whether or not it goes all the way to penalties, I'm not so sure. But I really, really can't split these two sides. They are two free-flowing attacking sides. 3-5-2 going up against 3-4-3. Love seeing matches like that where there's just going to be players in all areas of the pitch looking for space, getting on the ball. It's going to be such an open game. It's going to be such an entertaining watch. And genuinely, I can't split these sides in 90 minutes. And I don't know why so many people just think Bayer Leverkusen are going to win this game. Yes, they are unbeaten, but they have had a lot of draws and a lot of beyond stoppage time equalisers along the way as well. I think it's something like they've had 15 or 16 goals this season beyond the 90th minute. Obviously, not all of them were equalisers. Some of them were winners, and some of them were just a third and fourth goal when they were already winning. But Bayer Leverkusen have taken games deep this season, and I really think this game is going to be one that goes deep. And like I say, I can't split them in 90 minutes. I'm going for a 2-2 draw. if I had to pick a team to win this in extra time or penalties, obviously I'm going to choose Bayer Leverkusen. But again, I think that's just my football romantic head going, surely they are going to go the whole season unbeaten. But honestly, this is really, really, really a tough game to call. But that's the way I see it. 2-2 in 90 minutes. Bayer Leverkusen edging it beyond the 90th minute in extra time or in a penalty shootout. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'm really looking forward to this tomorrow night. I think it's going to be one of the matches of the season, and it's going to be a perfect setup for what we're going to see over the rest of the European games before the end of this season, and hopefully keep football fans interested before we head off to the Euros in a few weeks' time. As I say, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here so you don't miss out on any of the other videos we have got coming out for you very soon. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.